What's going on, everyone? I'm Rudy Oliva and you're watching Smoking the Barbecue. For today's video, we are having a smoked turkey showdown. Actually, more like a smoker showdown. I'm going to see how my Z Grills Pellet Grill stacks up against my Yoder Offset Smoker and cooking a turkey. So first thing we're going to do is get these guys seasoned up, fire up these smokers, and we'll get started. All right, guys, so I forgot to activate my microphone for that last part, but I melted down some butter, injected it directly into the breast. As we all know, those are super dry, so I want it to be as moist as possible once it's done cooking. And now the next step is going to be, I'm using the Gospel from Meat Church, and this is our all-purpose rub, and that's what I'm going to be putting a layer of on the outside. So something interesting that I saw with Mr. Malcolm Reed was that he stuffed the turkey with like fruits and a couple of different things. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stick an apple in there. And I got some cilantro, always gives good flavor. Do some onion. And I saw him do some celery sticks as well, so we're going to try that out. All right, guys, so I got the two turkeys seasoned, and now it's time to fire up the smokers. I'm going to start with the offset since it's a little more complicated and takes a lot longer to get going. All right, guys, now let's fire up the Z Grills. All right, 275, that's where it already is, so that is perfect. All right, guys, this is a turkey that's going into the offset, and I'm going to be using this meat stick thermometer. This is the Model 5. The folks at Meat Stick just sent this to me to try out, so let's see. This is going to be my first time using it. It's going to go directly into the breast, right there, and that should be perfect. All right, now my Z Grills comes with these two probe thermometers that connect to the grill itself, and this is what we'll be using for that. So again, right into the breast. All right, so the offset is right where I want it, right there at 275. And the Z Grills was running a little hot in the beginning. The temperature spiked up, but it looks like it's starting to come back down. So I got it at 255 right now. Once it kind of levels out, then I'll put it back to 275. All right, guys, so we're an hour and a half in, and this is the one that's in the offset. You can see that the internal temperature is 99, and my ambient temperature is at 262 right now, so I got to bump it up a little bit. Now let's go to the Z Grills. My Z Grills is running at 276 right now. Internal temperature in probe 1 is 118 and in probe 2 is 105. Now let's take a look and see how they're looking inside. All right, guys, getting some nice color. You see underneath. All right, looking good. All right, now the one in the offset. And as you guys can see, a very different color. Looking good also. Good. All right, guys, the Z Grills won the race. I'm at 165 now. The one on the offset still has just a few more minutes. That looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off and stick it in the tray. All right, guys, so we're going to start off with the one from the Offset Smoker. All right, guys, now we gotta cut the one from the pellet grill. See how this one turned out. All right, let's see. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Wow. All right, guys, so this cook turned out great, but both turkeys were definitely very different. Let's start off with the color, right? So the one from the pellet smoker definitely had a much nicer color. It had that golden brown that you think of when you're making turkey, you know, as opposed to one from the offset, that if you don't know any better, it actually looked like it was burned. It was so dark. I promise you it wasn't. It just happens to turn out that way on the offset smoker. If we were doing brisket, I would have given the win to the offset, but for this one, I'm going to give it to the pellet smoker. Now let's talk about juiciness and tenderness. For whatever reason, I felt the one from the pellet smoker was definitely juicier and more tender than the one from the offset. But now flavor. Flavor comes down to preference. The one from the offset smoker had a much smokier flavor to it, where the one from the pellet smoker did not have that. They were both delicious. You know, my family was split on which one they liked more, but it just really came down to preference. So I guess we're going to call that one a tie. All right, now I'm going to take a quick second and talk about this meat stick thermometer that Meat Stick sent me. And again, this is the Model 5. What was really awesome about this thing, guys, is that it actually gives you 4 different temperature readings, not just the one on the tip, which was awesome. I'd never seen that before. And also this thing sends me audio alerts. So I set on my phone the threshold of where I don't want my temperature to go either above or below. And if that happened, this would start beeping and I would get an alert on my phone. So this was definitely a great tool. And if you guys are interested in this or even in the pellet smoker, I'm going to put links in the description for both. Guys, I almost forgot to mention about the promotion that Z Grills is running, which is the buy one and get 10 free. So if you buy one of these Z Grills pellet grills every 5 years for up to 50 years, Z Grills will send you a brand new grill absolutely free. You just pay the shipping. So definitely don't miss out on that. And again, the link will be in the description below. So as always, guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.